Since setting up my desk about a year ago, I've been trying to find some speakers that will fit under my monitor and not take up too much space because I'm quite limited in my little office. Well, Edifier must have heard me because they've released their M60 compact speakers and they tick all my needs perfectly. Let me run you through everything you need to know about these little speakers. Out of the box, a lot smaller than I imagined. You sometimes read through the features and sizes of products when browsing online, and I did for these before they came, and I read the size and I didn't click how small they were until they actually got here. That size is 168mm high, 100mm wide, and 147mm deep. They come in 3 finishes: white, like I have here, black or classic oak, where they have a black face and what I assume is an oak veneer wrapped around the sides. To the front of the speakers are the tweeter and the driver. There is no mesh grille, which I'm okay with. I much prefer this modern open look. The right speaker is the master, the left the slave. So on the back of the right speaker are the inputs, and they include USB-C and 3.5mm aux. Power also into the right, plus the speaker cable connection from the right to the left. If you don't want to use a hardwired connection, these do have Bluetooth too. There are 4 small rubber feet on each speaker, but you also get these very sleek metal stands included in the package too. So you can mount the speakers on the stands so they direct the audio slightly towards your ears when set up on a desk. Speakers are well built, they feel sturdy, and they have a nice weight to them too. So they certainly have a premium feel to them, and so they should, as the retail price on these is £160. It's a 2.0 system, so 2 speakers, no subwoofer, and no option for adding a subwoofer at a later date if you wanted to either. These are active speakers. They have a built-in closed loop Class D amplifier from Texas Instruments, and they have a total output from both speakers of 66 watts. Each speaker has a 1-inch silk dome tweeter and a 3-inch long throw aluminium mid to low driver. Full digital processing with 2-way active crossover and DRC, high-res audio and high-res wireless certified. That means LDAC and SBC codecs and up to 24-bit 96 kHz processing. The setup was very straightforward, and for me, as I placed these on my desk, I opted for the USB-C route. So I've connected the speakers directly into the back of my PC. First time turning them on, my PC recognised them, and when I go into the audio settings, they come up as the Edifier M60 speakers. If I didn't have a spare USB port on my PC, I would have gone for the aux input, and if I wasn't plugging them into my PC and instead having them in a living room or somewhere else, I'd go with Bluetooth. So very versatile and should cater for most circumstances. I should say you get all the cables you need in the box, so power and speaker cables, which are a must, are included, but also aux to RCA, and USB-C to USB-C as well. In terms of performance, I went in with managed expectations, as these are small speakers, small drivers, but I am pleasantly surprised, and they offer a bigger sound than they look. Low to mid volumes are very enjoyable, well balanced, clear vocals. The low end cuts through and actually gave a nice little rumble on my desk. Turn it up a little bit more, it's fine, but as the volume hits the higher end, the quality drops off a little bit. Surprisingly, the bass is somewhat retained, but the sound becomes a bit muddled. Some clarity is lost, and those little 3-inch drivers are working overtime. I went through the different sound profiles or EQs via the app and generally stuck with the music option, as I felt that was the best all round based on the type of music I listened to, which was country and rock at the time. Watching content was also really good and better than I expected. There's no Dolby or DTX available, but I really enjoyed watching movies and series with them. The bass delivered, and there's a nice home cinema experience vibe to them, so you could even plug these into your TV if you wanted to.
I apologize at least 100 times. You never heard my perspective or took my advice, but I put all the problems in a pot, then I stirred. I said what I said, what I did was a blur, and it's just a bad habit, maybe it's just a curse. Now friendship's on, do not disturb. See that money, get 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 that money, like not another thing. Been around the block enough to stop him in his stride. Soft enough to sing, but tough enough to lock it off and chop him into 5. Man, I oscillate the ting. Thoughts get lost, but I stop and take the time. I'm not offering to blink, but I run it up and operate on doctors on the sly. Cause I can sing it in my sleep. Thought it'd be golden, crossing the line and don't look back. Think I was broken, I needed some time to clear my head. Cause I've made all the mistakes and I've dealt with the heartbreaks, but I think that I found my way.
The controls are very simple. You've got touch sensitive buttons on the top of the right speaker, and what I really like is that the lights on the buttons turn off until you move your hand close to the speaker. So without touching anything, you just hover your hand nearby and the buttons will illuminate so you can use them, which is pretty cool. 3 buttons in total, an on-off symbol, then plus and minus. It's a matter of touching those buttons in various ways and watching the colours that they turn into to control the speakers. A single press on the power button will cycle through source, so Bluetooth, USB and aux, up and down to change tracks, volume control and so on. It's quite easy to work out yourself, or all the commands are detailed within the instructions if you wanted to check that out. The buttons work well. I didn't use them too much as I controlled everything via my PC, but the touch sensitivity seemed positive and they were very easy to use. The app, now you can pair the speakers to the Edifier Connects app, but only if you're using the speakers via Bluetooth. Or, so that's what I thought at first. For me, with these connected to my PC, I couldn't access the app. There was no Windows software available, only iOS and Android, so I thought I was pretty much locked out. Well, I wasn't. Instead, you need to connect to the speakers via Bluetooth, then within the app, change the source to USB or aux. Then back to your PC to control the content. This then meant I had access to the app connected via Bluetooth, but playing music through my PC and USB port. Options are limited in the app. You're given the choice of 5 EQs or profiles: music, monitor, game, movie and customize, where you can use sliders on the app to adjust the sound. You can also adjust the volume and change a couple of minor settings as well. Overall, the M60 have delivered and ticked all the boxes for me. Audio quality is very good, great for music. I loved watching stuff from Netflix with these. The controls work well. I really like when you hover close, the buttons illuminate. I like the input options, it should be enough for most people. The app is okay, I wanted more from it, and gaining access while plugged into my PC was a bit of faff. The price is steep at £160, and Edifier themselves have a lot of bookshelf speakers available for less than this, and potentially bigger, maybe better. So if you're not so limited on size, it may be worth checking out some of Edifier's other speakers as well. These are going to be staying on my desk for the foreseeable future, so if you have any questions, drop them in the comment section below and I'll try and get back to you.